Saturday afternoon from St. Boniface Museum. Woo!
Ooh, and this is Jas
and Sher.
And this is Giving Up the Ghost podcast.
And we're here.
Ooh,
it's
look at all
neat.
our fans. So if any of the nuns want to talk at this point.
Oh, yeah. Now would be the time.
And then all of a sudden you hear the creaking of footsteps coming towards us.
Yeah, I'd pass.
Yeah.
It kind of freaked me out when the lights went off earlier. Never mind.
Yeah, we were setting up, trying to figure out where to sit. We're on the second floor. I'm not too sure if... Oh, wait, I got to take these off. Oof,
Oh, there we go.
I'm listening to myself is all trippy. Did I flatten my hair?
You know, you made a giant horn.
Oh,
but it's
a
gone.
horn. I had those sawed down for this occasion.
Yeah, I got them off.
So we're sitting on the second floor. Yeah, it was just funny because I had the headphones on and I was listening to myself and I was talking and I was talking real
slow motion.
But here I am. I'm normal. Whatever your normal is, my normal.
Yeah.
What would we call this? It's like a sewing room, right?
I don't know. It's kind of cool. It must be. They got patchwork quilts and
yeah.
Look at this. This is a knitting machine.
Oh yeah. That's what that is. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
It looks like a giant fishing reel.
There's a possessed rabbit with red eyes.
It's a rat bear. I know. I don't like the rat bear.
I don't like the red eyes.
I don't like it. I don't like that one ear either.
Just as long as the head doesn't turn.
I know.
No, it's tacked against a wall in a display case.
Sort of just hanging there looking at us.
He's in a display case for our safety. So.
Probably. He's there for a reason.
So this is Doors Open Winnipeg 2023. We haven't done this since 2019.
Wow.
Our inaugural year. Well, a lot of stuff's been going on. You know, the world almost died. Cher almost died.
Yeah. We're all good.
You know, maybe a little dramatic, but just the same.
Just
but we're
saying.
here. Yeah. Oh,
someone's talking to you.
But if anyone,
Anyone,
I post it everywhere. I'm hoping people come down, share stories with us. We had asked the staff, the three ladies that were here, and nobody has any stories.
Nobody has any stories?
No,
Nobody got creeped out by anything?
No. Well, I'm sure this is creeped out. We do have some, with every good heritage building, there's the history and the hauntings. And they go hand in hand. So we're going to be talking about that a little shortly in between. While the waves of people come in.
This building is awesome.
It is very awesome.
I love looking at the wood. Look at the wood.
I know.
Someone made that.
I think we're sitting in the part that is the oldest
It is so
structure
cool.
in Winnipeg. This is the oldest structure in Winnipeg.
Well, that's super cool.
And I think we're sitting in that portion of it. You can tell by the wood, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll be taking pictures and posting like we're tourists.
Like we're tourists.
I had a sewing machine like that.
I know. I like that one. I like this little tiny little thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's so
cute.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you just go like this.
Maybe I better turn that off.
Yeah, it's dying in you like crazy.
I know. My phone's gonna go off like Christmas.
Christmas. No one's doinging me.
All right. Just confirming for later. Teresa from our pod squad, she is going to be my partner. She can never replace Cher, but she's going to sit with me at the jail.
The other partner in crime. A partner in crime.
Partner in
at the jail.
At the jail.
Yeah, no, I have a party to go to.
Oh, yeah. No, that's all good. I
think last time we did this, I had a party to go to as well.
It was your mom's party.
It was my mom and dad's 50th anniversary.
It was, yeah.
She just had her anniversary the other day. We went flower shopping.
Oh, there you go. That's a good gift.
Yeah.
A gift that keeps on giving.
Yep.
I'm just going to go and...
You're going to leave me alone?
No, I'm going to... with the nuns. You've been bad. They're going to rack your...
They don't want
knuckles,
me anyway.
They're going to rack your knuckles with the ruler.
My mom had a nun teacher. She used to whack everyone's knuckles with the yardstick.
Yeah.
Badly.
I know.
Yeah.
I've heard stories.
Yeah.
I'm just getting our research that I printed
Oh,
up.
yes, that would be
On my
lovely.
new printer. Oh, and look what I brought. Magnetic sphere of fortune.
Oh, are they going to like that here?
That's fine.
I don't think they're going to like it here.
Well, we had that at the B&B, the other nunnery there in Eli a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's true. I guess they didn't mind that.
In case you want to tell stories, because we're all about the stories and the ghost stuff.
About the stories. Oh, you have your little thingies here.
Oh, that's the stuff I did.
Yeah.
I did. And then tomorrow, Rick's coming with me, and we're going to the Mariage theme suite. Bound Chicka Wawa.
Oh,
no, but it's for
are you
going to
record it?
No. It's not that kind of podcast. That's cards. If anybody wants cards. There.
Get them while they're hot. I'm going to put this little guy away
Get
so
your
he doesn't get
cards.
lost.
Get them while we're hot.
He's
so,
right on top.
since we're trying to kill time, it was kind of gloomy this morning. Like, it's supposed to be like 31 degrees. I don't know if that's going to dissuade anybody from actually coming to Doors Open.
I don't know.
Doors Open is probably the best idea ever that the city has had, just for the fact that people
Yeah.
can come in and explore buildings that you normally don't get the opportunity to check out. So it's a little bit of Winnipeg history, and the coolest thing ever. Kudos to Cindy Tugwell from the Heritage Winnipeg group. I think she's the one that spearheads this, and
okay.
I hadn't been in contact with her recently, but cool lady. Really loves to keep things alive. You know,
And there's lots of buildings. to
and
check
she
out,
believes
too.
in ghosts too. So double good.
Even better.
Even better. So we'll cover a little bit of the history of the St. Boniface Museum as we sit here waiting for people to come and for us to ask for ghost stories, like panhandlers. Got a ghost story? Got a ghost story? Do you know a ghost story?
Ching, ching.
Have you ever seen a ghost? Have you felt a ghost? So so the history of the St. Boniface Museum. Would you like to start?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Sure. You have such a beautiful voice, Sharon.
Yeah, right. With my,
On a
my
Saturday
speech
morning.
impediment.
On a Saturday morning.
Okay, it says the history of the St. Boniface Museum, the Grey Nuns, 494 Taché Avenue. It is located in the oldest building in Winnipeg, a former convent run by the Grey Sisters, begun in 1846. Wow, that's so long ago, eh?
So long ago.
And finished in 1851. The former nunnery has been an orphanage, a school, a seniors' home, and was the first incarnation of the St. Boniface Hospital. Really, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. So the first Grey Nuns who lived in the house arrived in 1844 and lived with Bishop Norbert Pavanche until the house has been started. Yeah.
That's where that name came from.
The nuns moved into the house in December of 1846. Oh, my Lord, what a time to move. December of 1846?
birth,
Yeah,
yeah.
it can't be great.
Nope.
At which time only the exterior of the first floor and the floor on the second floor above the kitchen had been completed. Due to the extreme temperatures of the region, yes, that is true, it was necessary to somehow insulate the room. The nuns used bison pelts hung from the ceiling to do this. Wow.
Ooh, freaky.
Ooh, it must have
That would've been
smelled
freaky.
like a stockyard.
Oh, yeah.
Hey?
Probably right here, above what we're sitting in.
I know, and I'm looking
Is
as
that crazy?
all these
Yeah.
peg holes that are up here, wondering what the heck was there before.
They needed big enough nails to hook up the
Oh
rugs.
yeah, it's like these giant pegs. It's
Crazy.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where am I now? Oh, here we are.
Sorry.
When the building was finished, there was a basement, 2 floors, and an attic. The building was built using the Red River construction method, also called mortise and tenon, or tongue and groove. The building uses no nails to hold it together. See? Such the giant pegs that I'm looking
Yeah,
at.
and that's probably why it's lasted so long. Think about it.
Oh, yeah.
you
Nothing
know?
to rot, nothing to oxidize. In November of 1959, the municipality designated a museum for the site and established a board of directors. Since the late 1960s, the nunnery has been administered by first the City of St. Boniface, then the City of Winnipeg, after the amalgamation of 1971. The convent building was designated, as a National Historic Site of Canada in 1958. It has a permanent exhibit dedicated to Louis Riel. On display are locks of his hair. Locks of his hair from where? Who took locks of his hair?
Just before they,
Really?
I'm sure, yeah.
Oh, that's weird. His revolver, his shaving kit, his moccasins, and other items belonging to him, plus pieces of the rope used to hang Riel. The white hood placed on him before he was hanged, and the coffin on which his body was placed after his execution. Okay, where is this stuff? I want to see this stuff.
Well, we're going to go for a walk after. We'll take turns. We'll go for a walk, take pictures, and I'll
Yeah.
record on the phone.
Here you go. 1847 and 1956. I don't know what that is. That is just what
continuation.
happened.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there was chunks. What we retrieve, we don't reinvent the wheel here at Giving Up the Ghost. So this is the history from the Wikipedia page. But just to mention, though, too, with regards to the history of the St. Boniface Museum, the Grey Nuns were here. Did you say that it was the oldest?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's it's crazy. Like this place will outlive us. Think about
I know.
that.
Oh, yeah, for
Isn't
sure.
that insane?
Yep.
Especially with the way it was constructed. I mean, sure, everything's a little slanty and stuff, but I mean, at least this way, if you need to pass
Well,
something,
it's only as
just
good
roll
as the
it down.
ground it's on, right?
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Right close to the river.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
for
know.
sure. So during the period of 1847 to 1956, it says, under the auspices of the Grey Nuns, the convent served as Western Canada's first Oh, we did this one, didn't we?
No.
Hospital? No?
No.
Oh, okay. It was served as
It's
the
just
first
a-
hospital, orphanage, seniors home. It was also school initially for both girls and boys. Louis Riel was actually a student here. Eventually, the sisters operated a boarding school for girls. So, in 1938, La Société Historique de Saint-Boniface, SHSB, established in 1902, opened a museum in the basement of the St. Boniface Cathedral. The SHSB was eventually provided with space in St. Boniface City Hall for this purpose. Well, that's interesting. In 1950, student nurses at St. Boniface General Hospital School of Nursing had to move to the convent during the 1950 flood. Oh, that would make sense.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. In 1956, the Grey Nuns vacated the building at 494 Taché. It had been their home since December of 1847, so just over 100 years they were here. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It just blows my mind.
Wow.
1957 to 1958, amid rumors that the former convent was to be demolished, the SHSB spearheaded efforts to designate the building as a historic building for use as a museum. Okay. And then November 1958, the Historic Sites and Monuments Board of Canada designated the building as a historic site and recommended that it be preserved for possible use as a museum. In November 1959, the City of St. Boniface, taking over the lead of the project, created the St. Boniface Museum Board, and that was made up of both aldermen and citizen members. Then on March 5th of 1963, the St. Boniface Museum and the federal government signed an agreement cost-sharing the expense of building restoration. As a condition, the City of Winnipeg had to conclude, good morning,
Hi there.
a 99-year lease with the Grey Nuns and a museum management agreement with the SHSB. Other contributors to the project were the province of Manitoba and then the Metropolitan Corporation of Greater Winnipeg. Interesting. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get another recording session open in case people actually do talk to us. And
Oh,
then
sure.
That way we don't interrupt our beautiful speaking voices reciting the history of this lovely establishment. So I'm just going to stop there. Well, this works. Okay, so something weird just happened. We paused our recording and tried to pick up where we left off and kept getting error messages. Never happened before. So we kindly respect the nuns and we ask that you do not
Please don't break
manipulate
this.
our electronics. Thank you kindly. And have a great day.
Yeah.
Good day to you, sir.
Thank you kindly.
Thank
And
you
have a great
kindly.
day.
And you have a great day. Then what I'll just do, I'll copy and paste this onto the other files.
That'll work.
Yeah, it'll work. Oh, yeah.
Okay, dokie, pokey. June 20th, that's my anniversary.
Anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Early. The City of St. Boniface signed a 99-year lease agreement with the Grey Nuns. It was to be fully responsible for the maintenance of the buildings. Well, that's helpful. Summer of 1967, following several years of retrofitting, the museum opened its doors for several weeks. Regular operations began the following summer, and eventually the museum would be open all year round.
Excellent.
May 25th, which is yesterday of 1970, given that the initial funds were
Time machine time.
insufficient to meet the costs of restoration and that the City of St. Boniface was unable to conclude a management agreement with the SHSB, a new agreement was signed with the federal government in Ottawa, replacing the 1963 agreement. Again, the Metropolitan Corporation and the province were contributors, and the city agreed to maintain the convent at its own expense for a period of 30 years. Oh, well, hey, that would have run out in 2000, right?
It would have.
July 1971, the City of Winnipeg Act was passed, amalgamating the numerous municipalities in the area. The new City of Winnipeg assumed all responsibilities of the former City of St. Boniface in connection with the St. Boniface Museum. Can you imagine, I guess, when they amalgamated all the things that had to be...
Redone.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a nightmare that would have
Yeah.
been.
My friend's birth certificate, my friend Debbie from Dauphin, her birth certificate says City of St. Boniface.
Does it really?
It does, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, maybe, I guess it still would have. It would have been issued when she was born, and that was 68, so.
Yeah. I'm curious.
Which hospital were you born?
Misericordia.
Me too.
Oh, look at that.
I wonder if you were still there when I came, because, days apart, a week
I
apart.
don't know. No, I think, well, you never know.
You never know. Back then, they used to keep you longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, when my
Maybe
brother
we
was
were
born, he was in there
roomies.
for, maybe I screamed in the hallway and you screamed back. It's possible.
That's funny. Sorry.
Where am I now? June of 1988. The Historic Sites and Monuments Board reaffirmed that the convent was of exceptional national significance on both historical and architectural grounds. It asked that the federal minister responsible for the board to enter into discussions with the City of Winnipeg and others in order to restore the historic fabric of the convent. Wow, that was very complicated. May of 1990, the Winnipeg City Council adopted a business plan prepared by the museum outlining the major structural and restorative work on the building that was needed. Of the total cost of $1,264,000, the city was to contribute $410,000.
That's it?
Yeah, and the federal government
Seems paltry.
$580,000. The museum was to secure $157,000 from the St. Boniface Museum province and $117 from other sources, including its
That
own
doesn't
reserve
sound very
funds.
Christian.
No,
That's not very big donations.
wow.
Well, I mean, I know, what was
I
that?
mean, but that's like, what are the? There's lots of
1990.
cost. Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
that's still, no.
No,
They should have shelled out more.
they could have.
Yeah.
1991. No,
They ripped off a bunch of nuns. My God.
how dare they?
I know.
February of 1991, the City of Winnipeg and the federal government entered into a cost-sharing agreement which permitted the restoration and structural stabilization of the building. That's it. Now up to 55. If you want to...
I shall.
You shall.
Yes, I shall.
Oops, I banged the mic. Did that just break the thing?
Oh, no, it's fine. All right. So June 20th of 1963. Is this right? Oh, no.
We're at the very last here,
Oh, sorry.
but it's just didn't print
October
over.
1993 to May 1995. The museum was closed to allow for the major renovations, and when it reopened, it introduced the general admission charges for the first time. May 1995, the museum received a Heritage Canada Foundation Award in recognition of the vigilance exercised throughout the restoration process. As a result, the historic integrity and fabric of the building had been maintained. Well, that's important. Like the walls here, you can see.
Oh, the walls are
Right
awesome.
down to the beams, right?
Look at that. You can see the plugs there or something they put
Yeah.
there. I don't even know.
Well, they probably had to reno it too for wiring for a lot of it. And,
Oh, my goodness.
you
yeah.
know, sprinkler
Oh,
system,
Yeah.
cameras, these lights. I mean,
That's true.
up to code, because even though it's a museum, it still has to be up to code. Mm-hmm. Without, messing around
Without
with
messing with
the
the integrity of it all.
integrity. I love that word. Yes,
Integrity.
integrity, yes. We're all about the integrity here. Yes. February 19th, 1996. It says the museum and the city achieved awards from Heritage Winnipeg for the work done on the building. And to the present, the museum is recognized by the province as a Manitoba Star attraction, in bold,
Ooh,
Star,
star.
STAR attraction, and enjoys a national reputation for its collection and for the building itself. Staff members are also recognized for their professional expertise and experience.
Ooh,
Do
lovely.
you ladies have any ghost stories? No, seriously.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Had to ask. Their reputation results in frequent requests for them to participate in peer review panels and other consultative forums. Well, that's interesting. That's really cool. Our collections. So the St. Boniface Museum's collections documents the evolution of the Francophone and Métis community since the establishment of Genesis in the Canadian West, particularly as pertains to Manitoba. There are some 30,000 artifacts that make up the museum's collections, which are divided into 4 categories. So you've got historic, ethnological, archival, and the fine arts. The museum's exhibits are artfully curated with other objects from our historical and ethnological, that's a word, collections. However, the vast majority of our objects is stored and cared for in fine arts collection and stored in the Centre de Patrimoine Heritage Center.
Where's
which,
that?
I don't know, it's somewhere here.
Oh, okay.
Which is, I don't know, we'll find out soon. Which is managed by the Société Historique de Saint Boniface. Société de
Société du Historique
Historique.
de Saint-Boniface.
That's right. And this part here we're reading is directly from the website of the St. Boniface Museum, because we want to keep the integrity and make sure everything's
right.
accurate.
That's
so,
right.
They go on to say our exhibits. So housed within the original Grey Nuns convent, the museum's exhibits relate to topics such as the fur trade and early French-Canadian settlers of Manitoba, the Grey Nuns, the Métis people, and Louis Riel, founding father Manitoba. A beautiful chapel tells the dramatic story of St. Boniface Church's basilicas and cathedrals. A mixture of informative exhibits balances the experience with tableau vivant rooms, tableau,
Oh, yeah.
vivant.
Yeah.
Rooms where visitors find themselves looking into a variety of scenes such as bison hunt camp, a turn of the century country kitchen, and a
wanna
19
see all this,
we'll wait, be patient, we're getting there. And a 1920s upper middle class city house.
Cool.
That's all here. It's
Upper Cross City
amazing.
House.
It's amazing. Yeah, so we're going to take some pictures and walk around.
Yeah,
soon.
and you know
I think
the-
we'll probably stop recording at a certain, pack it up, and then just kind of walk around.
Yeah, is that tin up there?
I think so, yeah.
That was in, when I told you, my house that I rented. That's the roof
Oh,
that was in
really?
it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I thought it was so cool, and I had really high ceilings.
Yeah,
like, we
yeah.
rented a whole main floor, right?
Okay.
And our ceilings were quite tall.
Right.
And it had that tin in there.
Like, I've seen that paneling in some of the older
It
St.
must
Boniface
have been
homes.
used
It was-
in whenever they renoed
Right,
stuff, right?
right.
I'm sure someone in St. Boniface was like, yeah, let's put tin in everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that. And now you can get it, like modern day versions of it.
It's
I'm like, I want to put it
expensive,
in my
But
bathroom.
it's expensive.
I know, but it'd
Yeah.
be so nice in my bathroom instead
Yeah.
of the popcorn
It'd
poop
give
I
it a
have in
different,
there.
yeah, I know. It would give it a different look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it sort of a nice little thing. Okay, we are at our biggest and most treasured artifact. This is the convent built by and for the Sisters of Charity of Montreal, commonly known as the Grey Nuns, would stand the test of time to become Winnipeg's oldest building, its oldest home, and also noted to be the largest oak log structure in North America.
Interesting.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, that's what it is,
Yeah,
eh? Cool.
yeah.
And has municipal, provincial, and federal historic designations. If it was considered massive in the late 1840s, it measures 100 feet by 40 feet with 2 full stories, a basement, and usable attic. Ooh. I don't know.
Well, there is a third floor. I did see the stairs there.
Oh, that's right.
I think if we had to go another flight, that would have killed me. Anyway.
I know, I'm like, okay, you go first. It was lovingly referred to as La Petite Maison Blanche, the Little White House, by the original Grey Nuns who inhabited it and provided services from it. The house was indeed little to the infrastructure they'd known and left behind in Montreal. It says, okay, here we get to the grits of the whole thing.
All right.
The hauntings.
Oh, are we at the hauntings part?
We're at the
I love
hauntings
the hauntings
part.
The history and the hauntings.
I said the grits part of it.
But we do fucking love history. Anyway,
That's right.
Got to throw a swear in there. Nuns by now. Like it.
There you go.
We should have, I'll have to.
Oh, you have to bring a ruler.
Or insert a fake ruler snap
There you
sound.
go.
Yeah.
We could do that. It says there are several tragic stories that have taken place within the grounds of the Grey Nuns convent. Now, the St. Boniface Museum. The building had served over the centuries as a convent hospital, orphanage, school, retirement home, and chapel, which you can see over there when we walked in.
We're going to take a look soon.
Yeah, work began in 1845, but it was not completed until 1851 after a measles epidemic, a fire, and a scaffolding accident. The tone was set, and several staff and volunteers spoke of their supernatural experiences in the building. Some stories date back to the mid-1990s before that makes it sound like it's so way
So
back
long
in the
ago. Way back in those
1990s,
days.
way back when. Let me get my walker out. Before the renovations and transformations of the museum's reception area. 2 employees were facing each other and chatting, one at the cash register and the other at the reception desk. Suddenly, one of them saw a shadow the size of an adult pass in the hallway. They searched, but came to nothing.
Poof, gone.
Poof, gone. A black shadow with a big habit, right? Around the same
yeah.
time, an employee on a tour found a rocking chair in the Grey Nuns exhibit that was rocking by itself. Yeah, well, I don't
touch-
know.
I wouldn't touch that.
No, I leave it alone. They
Yeah.
could rock away as much as they want.
That's right.
The employee stabilized it until it stopped moving. No, 10 minutes later, walking by the same spot, the chair was
That's
moving
not cool.
again. No,
No.
don't touch a chair.
Don't touch it.
Another rather
if the
amusing...
nun wants to rock, let the nun rock.
Let the nun rock.
But you know what? It could not necessarily be a nun because this was a hospital. It could have been like a patient. It could have been a mother with a newborn.
I was just going to say
You
it could
know?
have been someone rocking a baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what my first impression
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Squeak, 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 squeak.
The changeling.
Yeah. Another rather amusing story, rather amusing story, is once again linked to the Grey Nuns. The upstairs room was the venue for a tea party program. Cups would fall, cupboards opened, all for no reason. One
this the
morning,
room?
and tea came up this shaft we're probably
Oh,
sitting
shit.
beside.
Yeah.
Right here.
There we go.
One morning, employees had prepared the room the night before, found the cups placed upside down on the tables. While talking to a nun, they found out that the Grey Nuns used to place the cups this way. Wonder why?
I wonder. To signify that they were done, I think.
Really? You would think?
I would think, yeah.
Maybe keep the bugs out?
No, I would think to signify that they're done because usually they would have housekeepers, right?
Oh, that's true. They would have. Really? Would have they? The nuns?
Actually, a real quick story to interrupt. My Auntie Suzanne, when she was still alive, the last 10 years of her life was actually working for, I'm sure it was the Grey Nuns at the house that they have right now in St. Boniface.
Oh, okay.
Which is actually just across from the St. Boniface Collegiate.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's the Grey Nuns, and she was working for them, and she was like kitchen help. Like she was,
Right.
like she would clean
Yeah.
up and, make them their tea
Yeah,
and
yeah.
their food and stuff.
And
I
that's what
think,
they would do. They still
I
do
don't
that.
know. If anybody knows for sure, you let us know, but I think that's a signification that they don't want any more tea, that they're done, and then the people looking after them would then take the,
Cool. Side note, totally completely off topic here.
of course, that's what we
I
do.
know.
Choo-choo.
St. Boniface Collegiate. My kid had to go there like last week on a little tour because they're trying to like recruit,
entice.
you know what I mean? Because he's in like,
Join us.
yeah, they spared no expense.
Oh, really?
Really.
Like a luncheon and
free
everything?
food,
Oh,
free
nice.
pizza, free drinks.
Well, of course, that's
Yeah.
gonna wine and dine them, right?
For like 50, 60 kids.
my God.
I know.
Yeah, well,
I'm like,
join us.
holy, join us.
They
like,
want new blood.
French immersion here. Come on,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Anyway.
The tea program, which spoke of their daily life, referred to Sister Lagrave as fat and wicked.
Oh my, that's not
Jeez.
very kind.
Which might have triggered this revenge by the cups. Well, she's like, you can't have tea anymore.
That's right.
That wasn't very nice.
That wasn't very kind.
The footsteps have been heard, papers moved by themselves, and a smell of smoke persisted at the top and bottom of the stairs. Doors were getting stuck, and the presence of children or other elements that have been reported by some staff. Why would it smell like smoke? Was there a fire in here?
Well, the cathedral right next door.
Oh, this is true.
See,
yeah.
I can't help but wonder if if they're like, if spirits. Nobody was killed. No, nobody was killed in that fire. But that cathedral is actually, I think it's coming up. I've included. That is actually this. What's there now was actually the sixth structure over 150 years. So
Really?
even though that was the most traumatic burning and destruction,
Yeah.
it's not the first one.
Ah.
So if
So
there was
who
a fire
knows?
before, other people could have perished in
Well,
that
yeah,
fire.
we've been here in the 1800s,
Sure,
so
of
it's like
course.
been around for a while.
Yeah.
Phantom sounds of singing monks and women's choirs, along with the sounds of children running and playing,
Yeah.
have been reported here. Also, lights flicker.
As we've established, but that was just us.
Yeah, that's a modern thing.
That-
Water turning on and off, doors open and close.
Oh.
Nice little, but I'm
Watching, yeah.
And folks often notice an eerie feeling that they're being observed by something they can't see.
Oh, and the lights just
Oh,
went
that
off.
was creepy. I'm sorry.
But that's the motion detectors.
I know, but it was just such
Nice timing.
Okay, it was good timing.
Good
eh?
timing, good timing.
Here, I'll get
We're
it.
waving like
Here,
bats.
it's your turn.
Okay.
You can start with the
In the
plethora.
dark. The plethora.
Plethora. That was such a creepy time.
I know, right?
Hey, come on. Seriously?
Do
Oh,
do
there
a
we
little
go.
dance, jumping up and down. So a plethora of spirit people dwell here and have made contact with us, such as children, nurses, patients, and music-loving nun, even a feisty voyageur.
Voyageur.
Is there any other kind? Really?
No, really?
No, not. So now this is going to talk about what we just touched on about the cathedral burning down next door. So absolute horror. Witnesses cried as fire consumed St. Boniface Cathedral 50 years ago.
Yeah.
So that was...
It's only 50 years ago, eh?
Well, maybe now, like this article's from 10 years ago. This is from...
Oh, okay, because I'm thinking, how old am I?
This was from the Free Press. There was a lot, but I kind of cut it down as much as I could. So,
Right.
For a long time, St. Boniface was called the Cathedral City because of the grandeur of the building, of the church. The growl of ravenous flames and collapsing stone roared through. Like, that's weird, eh? That's weird to me. I always thought, I know the facade is still there, stone, but like,
Yeah.
how much of it was actually a wood? Because, usually it's all stone. But I guess that was in between or something, because it says...
I don't know. I have no idea
I
how
could
they...
never figure that out.
It's just like when that big church burnt there recently.
Okay.
In the
But like
in-
stone is
in Europe.
indestructible, you would think. Oh, and France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Where do they find us, Sher?
Givinguptheghostpodcast at gmail.com.
Excellent. And we're everywhere. We're spread
Facebook.
around the world. Like,
Yeah, like icing on
Icing,
a
that's
sticky
right.
cupcake.
Sticky. Moist cupcake?
Moist. Semi-Luke moist.
Oh my. In saying that, and remember to live every day like it is your last.
But never give up the ghost.
Never give up the ghost. Bye-bye. Bye, nuns.